Lockdown has of course been tough for all of us, but imagine that you're taking care of a loved one who relies on you for pretty much everything. Maybe a husband or wife with dementia, or a child with a physical or mental disability. And in lockdown, all your respite support, your chance for just a short break, disappears. Now that is tough. No coffee mornings, no group gatherings for dementia sufferers like Michael. No chance, therefore, for his wife and carer Jill to just take a break. But that's what COVID restrictions have brought.
It was nearly 2 years ago when it started. Michael was happily going twice a week for the Respite Days, weren't you?
Yes.
And having a good time, and I was enjoying time on my own, obviously. So it was really good.
And then suddenly it stopped.
COVID came along and it all went boom. What do we do now, kind of thing.
Charity organisations which support people like Jill and Michael have seen how widespread the impact has been.
We're coming up to a year now of, the anniversary coming around where unpaid carers had to shut their doors to all of their support networks. So their friends who might have popped round to have a cup of tea with them, the groups that they might have gone to for support, the care homes that they might have used for daily respite care, their support networks was very much taken away from them by the pandemic.
Across Somerset, it's estimated there are around 50,000 of what are called unpaid carers, people who look after loved ones in their own homes, often not even realising that they're entitled to support. But even during the lockdown, Somerset County Council has been doing what it can to help carers with virtual support, telephone backup, Facebook links, as well as working with service providers to come up with alternative ways to help.
Providers have definitely tried to do things differently. There is no substitute sometimes for some of that face-to-face respite, but I'm confident that we've done as much as we can as a local authority. But I would want to say thanks to our providers for being so adaptable. It's a feature of COVID, isn't it? Is that people have adapted really, really quickly to support people in their community. And I think this is another case of that.
Like the charity which laid on an outdoor serenade of clarinets for a 100-year-old on his birthday. Even the police turned up to wish him well. Well, there is now light at the end of the tunnel. This is Reminiscence Learning, a group that supports people living with dementia. This week it reopened for the first time since the start of January. Those who come here and their carers say it's a ray of sunshine that's been desperately missed. How has this year been for you?
The worst ever. I'm hoping very much, we're having our second jab soon, I'm hoping very much that this, we've got the light at the end of the tunnel, and now we light here at Reminiscence Learning, which is great news for us.
When you see the looks on the faces of people arriving today, it says it all, doesn't it?
I know, honestly. And it's the clients and it's the carers, Some of the carers are just desperate now for a little bit of respite, really, which is what this is about.
These are the small steps out of lockdown that mean so much to people who use places like this for respite, for a short break to relieve the pressure. And hopefully, in the weeks and months to come, if we can keep this virus under control, then more places like this will start to reopen. And unpaid carers, like the rest of us, can start to see things getting back to normal. I'll see you next week.